Android smartphone exhibited as creature nearly unfeasible to bending by brush has been added to Nokia's link up, near a simpler slide pattern, how acting on nostalgic for the 1990s. The flagman Nokia 8 Sirocco features a steel box and lays complaint to creature one of the hardest model on the marketplace. Analysts say they should both of construct on one of recent years' big successful stories. Though the device's characteristic Nokia's behalf, they are in reality done by the Finnish begin-up HMD World. The business done a surge at 2017's Portable Planet convention while it opened the retro-style 3310 characteristic telephone near more than strong model, and it appears how it has tested to reiterate the stunt at the year's occasion in Barcelona the weekend. Recent year was on relaunching Nokia's smartphone industry, annotated Ian Fogg of the IHS Technique Consulting. HMD just began navigation at international level in the recent 7 months of 2017, and yet above how time it brought more than rather than 8 millionth smartphones, how tool in amount regulation he's already front of HTC, front of Sony, and front of Lenovo, all brands how include not had a time of lack of the marketplace. HMD told at its Click meeting how it had sold out 70 millionth phones of all types through 2017 as a entire. The Sirocco rest a clean release of Droid Aria. By difference, largest rivals tend to include their own skinned property customer interfaces, that is frequently a resource of critique. Yet, the new telephone does re-enter the Pro Chamber regime Nokia utilized to propose to users, who requested complete guide monitoring while take photos. The judgment to characteristic a steel box follows a such selection by POM for its iPhone X, but does so for a considerably reduced cost. The Sirocco will price €749, $921, £659, while liberated in April. Story has shown how an terrible lot of human beings love to conduct their telephone in their behind pockets, that has frequently led to them receive out of form, marked Ben Timber of the CCS Understanding Consulting. As, the is a clever lead to assist their food stay out of the mob. A selection to use Qualcomm's 835 CPU quite rather than the more recent, more than strong 845 might retain several consumer. Though both of are able of fleeing present games and some apps, the last promises a high extent of next proofing and has permitted several adoptees to enter new features of their own. It tool how Nokia's sale is more than potential to attention on the unit's industry style quite rather than its capabilities. HMD wants to show it is capable to distinguish its flagman of some Droid handsets and show it can do top-end phones, not fair, affordable ones, annotated Carolina Milanese of the Artistic Strategies Consulting. He's not fair on with a retro-style mark. HMD as well opened 3 some Droid handsets, but they are potential to be clouded by the 8110. It is a characteristic telephone, importance it just rest a little quantity of apps on its K operational framework. The 8110 has a arched style, that led to the unique creature called the Plantain telephone, and a keypad lid how slides downward. But in comparison with the release how displayed in Science-Fi Cinema the array, the lid does not go on its own but must be excited by brush. Thou could claim they skipped a stunt by not possessing it springtime loaded, annotated Ben Timber of the CCS Understanding Consulting. Yet the fact is how if thou got to construct a telephone for a specific cost spot, how standard of mechanic difficulty would include done it too costly, human beings loving a bit of nostalgic, and the essential item is how he's for Guataniers. How should indicate he's more than wide adoptee by web operators rather than recent years 3310, that was initially just 2 GRAM.